What's up, our nation? In this video, I want to talk to you about the importance of doing things now. And this is really important because these days we are living in a fast paced world and the work is no different. Everything needs to be done, a lot of things needs to be done, and you are mostly talking to people in different geographies, different spaces. They have different priorities, you have different priorities, and to align your priorities with these people that you are working with, they can be your colleagues, they can be your co-founders, they can be your collaborators, they can be your clients. So if you want to collaborate successfully and make sure that their priorities and your priorities aligned, you need to be go like you need to go into these things with a now mindset, and it is really important because if you do not do it now, I think it gets left out for later, and later usually doesn't happen. And I do not know who said this, but this is a very powerful sentence which resonates a lot with me. um, and the sentence is perfect is the enemy of good. So you should focus on doing it well now instead of worrying about doing it perfect later. And when you do good now, then you get rid of the burden of doing it perfect later, and then you are more in tune with whatever you're trying to do, right? For example, let me just give you some examples how it plays out in real life, right? For example, if you are having a meeting with someone, and if you have to take notes for that meeting and record notes for that meeting, then, or maybe if you have to send out a follow-up email or some communication based on that meeting, then like gather those notes as soon as the meeting is over, or and then send out follow up steps or follow up actions right after the meeting has been done. If we have to work on a presentation that makes sense, instead of waiting for the last moment, as soon as you have gathered the required information, start working on that presentation that in there, at least do a part of it. And I think I've spoken about breaking tasks into smaller parts. So I think break that task into smaller parts, and then smaller parts, and then do one part then and there as soon as you have the desired info. So really important that if you want to succeed in this world which we are living in today, then really important that you go in to every day with a now mindset. It's not about getting stressed and getting worked up about things. It's more about just being present to opportunities, and being present to the space that you have in a day. Carve out space for important things, plan your day. And a good way will be to have small pockets between meetings. So if you have like 4 meetings in a day, and there can be days like that, so do not have those back to back meetings. If one meeting starts at 1, finishes at 2, then try and schedule the next one at 2:30, so that you have those 30 minutes to record and take the now action that needs to be taken. If you have to take some bigger action on back of some important meeting, then give yourself a space of 1.5 hour between these two meetings. I think if you do it, it it may take some practice, right? But when you start doing it and when you get into groove with this thing, then chances are that you'll be more efficient, more relaxed, and more I think you'll be more productive also when you do it, and you will achieve your goals, and the people around you will also be happy.